This is the year 4028. You were chosen to assure the survival of the human race.
This fake little town is all that's left. These creatures out there. Monsters.
We are just here to protect Wayward Pines. To protect our futures.
And there's one man behind it all. It's David Pilcher. He created this prison you live in. The world we knew is gone.
I've dedicated my entire life to those people. You're only here because I chose you. This town is not about any one individual. It's about the preservation of mankind.
It's 2,000 years in the future, and the only humans left in the world are the people of Wayward Pines.
Wayward Pines is a time capsule of a perfect American town.
Season 1 had the demise of David Pilcher, who was the visionary that kind of created this world.
We humans began to understand the dire impact we were having on our environment. A small but significant mutation in our own DNA. We were changing the world, and as a result, we ourselves were beginning to change. I had to save some of us.
Season 1 was really the mystery of what Wayward Pines is.
There was a lot of internal discord about David Pilcher's way of doing things.
Your ideas end here.
You can't kill my ideas. They're everywhere.
At the end of that first season, the Abbeys got into the town. There was a lot of bloodshed and a lot of mayhem. Now they have gone to sleep, back into hibernation for several years. And when they have reawakened, which was the very end of season 1, the first generation, led by Jason, the young leader, is now in charge.
Class 1 of the Academy. We take the rules of this town seriously.
The first season raised a lot of questions, and we want to go further down that road. If you even think you know what Wayward Pines is, there's still a lot to learn.
We were blown away by the reception we had from audience and critics. But that wasn't enough to make us want to do a second season. We really only wanted to do one if we came up with a compelling enough idea and a reason to go forward. M. Night Shyamalan and I met last summer, and we kind of made this pact that we'll only do it if we come up with something that we think is truly great, that people are going to love.
Like a lot of my movies, I hope they're big ideas, but they're done in an intimate way. But it should be told through the eyes and the hearts of these individuals that are experiencing this.
It opens with Jason Patric's character, Theo Yedlin.
Is a very successful surgeon in Boston, maybe a little bit arrogant, with a bit of a God complex.
He and his wife had a kind of tenuous marriage. They're trying to make it work, and that's where we find them when all of this happens.
And the next thing he knows, he's thrust into a civil war in a town where martial law is at work in the streets, and he is trying to find his way through this brave new world.
And I've always been attracted to characters that surprise you a little bit. And I thought that what they'd done at Wayward Pines and what they'd set up gave you the opportunity to really play a character that is finding himself every single week. And to me, he's an actor that's interesting because I haven't done that before.
Jason's playing a surgeon, and Wayward Pines is very sick when he arrives. The state of the town, there's a rebellion underway. The town needs a doctor, and he's going to be more of a doctor than just the surgeon that you think. The first generation thinks they know the right way, and that way is an iron-fisted rule.
Jason has taken the mantle of David Pilcher. He controls the major decisions that go on in this town.
Jason Higgins, thank you so much for coming.
The first generation's been in charge, but there's been some sort of rebellion. It's really the adults fighting back against their power.
Well, now that the adults know the truth, they now know really this is it. Some will think it's a world worth living in, and some may feel quite the opposite.
One of the things we're gonna do with season 2 is explore the Abbeys in a way that is gonna change everything the audience thought they knew about these creatures. One of the hard realizations that the residents of Wayward Pines are gonna have to come to terms with is that they're living in the Abbeys world. It's not their world anymore.
Jaimin Hunsu, we're so excited to have. He's such a brilliant actor.
He is just gonna bring so much to this character of CJ.
My character is known as the Duster, meaning I know all the ins and outs of the city. His whole drive is to exist for just this one mission.
We got wonderful, wonderful actors. And they come in because they love the characters and they love the story, and we're all benefiting from that aspect of it.
Charlie Tahan is coming back, who played Ben in season 1, and Teresa, his mother, Shannon Sossaman, is coming back. Carla Gugino is back, who plays Kate in a big way in season 2.
Megan Fisher was hurt a little bit at the end of season 1 because some people might have thought she actually died.
But she survived.
And then you'll meet a lot of great new characters and see those two worlds interact.
It's going to be cinematic, just like season 1. That's a standard for us.
It's in the production design, it's in the cinematography.
David Petrarca is directing this first episode of season 2. He called us and he said, I'm not just interested in, creatures fighting humans and action. I want to get underneath that tone.
I think we've tried to film it slightly different. The feeling that it gives you is one of being unsettled, a little bit more inside the heads of the characters.
Matthias Herndl, he's very talented DP. He was very, very excited to come shoot this show because it doesn't have the look of a lot of network television.
There's a great opportunity to be on a show that is an event series, so I get the chance to really use the camera to tell the story. We get to make a show the way we really want to, and that's a very unique experience for me.
Is humanity meant to continue on indefinitely?
Is that a life even worth living?
What are the Abbeys actually really capable of? What might their agendas be?
And it's these big questions that made Knight and I want to do this again, and that's what we wanted to explore in season 2.